Hey everyone, it's Types, and today I'm going to be playing the Zamazenta theme deck. And I didn't actually realize this the first time I looked at it, but I recently covered it in a podcast with Uncommon Fossil, the reasonably effective podcast. Check that out on my channel or Uncommon Fossils. But we talked about this deck, and it's pretty interesting, pretty solid, pretty fun to play with. Focuses around Zamazenta, a bit of a walling Pokemon, and overall the deck's a walling deck as a whole, which is really interesting. It's really the only theme deck like this. But it's actually based around chess. I didn't entirely realize that. Of course, Pawniard's based on the pawn, Bishop's based on the bishop, and then, of course, King Gambit is completely based on the king, which is not out yet or in this deck. But then Rookity is based on the rook, and then Corviknight's based on the knight, kind of. Not exactly, but I think Rookity is a bit based on it. That's really interesting. So it's just fun. But I'm gonna play this deck anyway. It's a pretty cool deck and the best metal deck if you want to do metal challenges, which I don't think I have any of, but pretty cool. And we can just tank with Corviknight or with Zamazenta here. And I haven't been playing a lot of themed lately, but it's still a really good format, and it's one that I'm sad will be going away within the next few years. So because PTG Live will be coming out and PTG will be ending. But we get to go first here. I imagine that just better. It's almost always better. And yeah, it looks pretty good. We could start Zamazenta. We could start Pawniard. Well, we start Zamazenta. That feels pretty alright. You can just start by setting up, doing a little bit of damage in the early turns, dropping this Pawniard as well, and then we have the Sonia and also the Pokekid. So we can get. Oh, sorry about that noise. Sorry about the background noise, but we can do Pokekid, get ourselves the Bishop, Sonia, get ourselves the other two Pawniards, and get that going. And then opponent's setting up an A-Palm, so possibly an Ambipom. That'd be very scary. But we do have Guard Press, so we will survive the attack. And then we can go ahead Sonia pretty safely here. Hopefully there are both Pawniards in deck. Yep. We can grab those and then go in with Bisharp. Or we could go ahead and get ourselves a Rookity as well. It's probably a bit of a better play. Actually, no, we'll just go for double Pawniard here. I want to set up the Bisharp to be able to hit pretty solid damage. Charge Order does 90 if we have all three Pawniards in play, or all two plus the Bisharp. And then we can go for Guard Press here. And then we can go for Guard Press again if they don't evolve. And if they do evolve, we obviously go for Power Rush to grab the KO. Or we could retreat into Bisharp, but that's a bit worse, so we probably won't do that. And so hopefully I don't really know what. Okay, so they're going to go ahead, retreat to Kyogre. High water. So they do have two water in the discard. If they high water onto Kyogre, we're gonna Guard Press either way here, I think. It's just the best play. Are they gonna Pokemon Fan Club? Oh, maybe we won't. I think we still Guard Press here. We wanna be in a safer spot where we're just reducing damage. And they're also a bit of a low power deck, except they have sniping opportunities. And when I say low power, they have some more efficient attackers, notably Ambipom. And then Golduck's honestly not a horrible attacker either. And then, of course, the Napoleon, which is setting up right now, very scary. But I imagine they're going to go for a Kyogre play into their, accelerate to themselves. They won't KO us, though, if we use Guard Press, so of course we're going to do that. Pokekid here isn't bad. We can go ahead and get ourselves the Bisharp, and of course attach to that, and then Guard Press to reduce the damage they do to us. And so we'll do that, and so now we're in a very defensive spot, but applying pressure to them as well, because now need to make some moves, because we're building up damage on them, and we're safe from a KO here as well. They could have accelerated the Piplup, which would have been a relatively alright move. Of course, then we could retreat to Bishop, grab the KO. But also, they probably can't switch out. So they're going to... Okay, interesting. Understandable. They're going to High Water again. Okay, I was wondering if they could get another energy. They've drawn really well this game as well. Oh my gosh. Okay, so normally like a slow play by us here is good. And I think that's what we need to do. But they've gotten set up so well. Not perfect, but very good. They've gotten the roller skaters, which are so crucial for them. We're going to research, right? That's like always going to be the play here. High water onto the Prinplup. Interesting. Scary, but interesting. We attach active, I think. Grab the KO. Possibly get KO'd in return because we don't have the Guard Press up. But not a horrible position. We have Zamazenta, Corvus Squire. I don't know if we drop Zamazenta. I guess we will, and we can go ahead and Power Rush for KO, grabbing the first prize. It's always good. It's not always good, but in this case, it's good. Not great, though. It's, I think, better than Guard Press, especially because we didn't have another target for the energy. We could just discard the energy, but I really hope... No way. No way they're doing to that. They got all the sauce. That's absurd. They're going to go ahead and... I imagine they're just going to go ahead and Aquafall and KO us. They could go for a Bubble Hold as well, but I don't think so. Yep, they're going to go Aquafall. Wow, they've drawn, like... This is insane. I mean, it's not the most insane plays I've seen by this deck, Unseen Depths, but it's very strong. So... We're actually in an alright spot here, though. We'll go for Hop. We do have Duraludon. I don't think we need that in play just yet. I don't hate Great Ball, so I'll do that. We see a Pharaoh Seed. So, yeah, that gives us a bit more info. Debatably, we should have just held back on the Great Ball. But we stick an energy on... Oh, where does it go? We need to Bishop here, which does 90. We attach to Corvus Square to hopefully bait out a direct dive snipe onto Corvus Square. Of course, if they just KO our... Well, they can't even KO the active easily. I'm going to go ahead and charge order. They could Fion snipe the Bishop, but even then they don't grab the KO. We have the switch, so we're in an okay spot. We may need to sacrifice this and, like, just to give up a prize here, but it's not that big of a deal. We could also sacrifice the Poniard here. Not too bad. They're, of course, attaching active. Nah, they're doing the Fion play. No way they're drawn this well. This is, like, absurdly good. It's not perfect, but, like, realistically, you don't draw like this. Sometimes you do, though, and, of course, in this case, they have. And we haven't drawn badly either. But we've generally... Like, this matchup's pretty solid for us because we can use our early game to set up and take it slowly. The Tate and Eliza, interesting. So are they not going to use Fion this turn? If they are... They should have used it before. Yeah, so they're not going to. They're just going to direct dive Sniper Poniard. That's an interesting route. I guess that's very smart because it takes, of course, takes a prize. Now they're up on prizes, which is annoying. And then they're also in a situation where they're reducing the damage. So we'll go for paper. Hope that works. And then, no, it did not work. So we could drop this other Duraludon. We don't really need to do that, though. And you could go on Corvus Square to, again, bait that out. But then they're actually going to, like, take it. And that's not too great for us. So I think we just go for charge order here. We could switch into Duraludon and accelerate some more energy. That's not horrible. But we don't actually do the damage we want to do here. So we're going to charge order. I think I'd pull ahead even more on the prizes. They're just in an insane spot right now. Super annoying for us. They're definitely going to snipe Corvus Square. Luckily, the best part is that they're not in a great spot in terms of energies, but yeah, and they got Ambipom. I'm surprised they revealed it to us. You really should not reveal that you have Ambipom. That's going to change my routes of play here. So now we go ahead and switch into Duraludon. Accelerate to itself. We hit the Corviknight a bit too late, unfortunately, but yeah, we go ahead, play this switch attached to... So we have another Duraludon. We'll attach active, accelerate to the benched, and of course take a prize along with it. So that's a pretty powerful move, of course, just putting us in a very solid position. But we lost the Corvus Squire, so we've lost all access to Corviknight for a little while. We could drop Ferroseed. Excuse me, we could drop Ferroseed. We have another turn to... Oh, they're going to power up the Kyogre. That's pretty annoying. We can get through it with Duraludon eventually, but not super quickly. Another Apom. Oh, that's scary. So Kyogre is just obviously really good. It's a very good Pokemon. Very similar to Duraludon. They provide a bit of an interesting, different value, but they're going to get the first attack off, so they're going to get the KO. We're going to force them to attach an energy to Kyogre, but this is just getting them another prize closer. We'll drop Ferroseed. That doesn't seem bad, especially because they're like definitely going to grab the KO. And then we definitely Power Beam here. So we're going to Power Beam, hit into them, and then presumably next turn they're going to just take the KO. Not a bad move by them by any means. And then we're going to take the return KO with Duraludon. Duraludon's the best attacker here. because, sorry, I was thinking about the different routes of play. Duraludon's the best attacker, though, here because that's the most HP. Zamazenta, when it uses Guard Press, essentially has more HP, but we're not going to be using Guard Press. We just need all the damage we can get using Battle Sharpener and Power Beam. So that's why Duraludon's better in the late game. Zamazenta's better in the early game. And although Zamazenta has a very good price trade with Kyogre, it has a positive price trade with Kyogre, we need to be able to beat the Ambipom, and Duraludon deals with the Ambipom better than Zamazenta, because Zamazenta requires 2 energy for its first attack, doesn't accelerate energy either, so that's why I'm doing that route. We do have Ferrothorn, we could evolve that. We don't need to attach active, but we will attach active. Or no, we'll saucer to Zamazenta. Zamazenta's not bad by any means, it's pretty good here. And I don't think Ferrothorn's very good. And then we could attach active, accelerate bench. That's not bad. I think I'll just do that. I'm speaking kind of quickly, I realize. I don't know why I'm speaking so quickly, but I've been playing a lot of Pokemon. This is my 4th video I'm recording today. Pretty crazy. But, oh wait, maybe that was wrong. I should have evolved into Ferrothorn. That was a misplay by me. They can go Fion, and then we send up whatever. Probably just sacrifice something. Yeah, so we sacrifice the Poniard here, I think. The rest of the things, like... Yeah, we'll sacrifice Poniard here. I think that's safe. We could have sent up Bisharp. They're going to have Viridian Forest. That's annoying. Allowing them to have better access to resources. They're going to thin their deck, which is fair. They're down a bunch of energy, but they should have enough. That being said, they're not quite there. They need another Pokemon. They're going to Cynthia, though. Oh, they're probably going to get the other Pokemon. Okay, so is this winnable? Yes. It's not likely, though. So we need to play that Ferrothorn before it's too late. Yeah, and it has the same retreat cost, so we should play that. So we're going to go Duraludon, Power Beam, Power Beam, Power Beam. Hopefully, if we do triple Power Beam, we just win. We also have Zamazenta, very powerful. They're going to bye-bye throw, get rid of a couple of cards here, though. Debatably, they should not have Cynthia, but they did need that other Apom, so that was actually the right play. Getting rid of Lily as well shows us that they have a pretty solid hand there. What they need really is just a little bit of... I don't even know what they need. They just need... They're pretty much set. But they do need a sacrifice. They're looking for Fion as well. So we can go ahead. We can thin our deck. We're down 5 energy, so I don't hate getting rid of this metal here. Grabbing another metal. We're looking for the Rookidee, Cover Squire, to get into the Corviknight, which probably won't happen this game. We can drop Ferrothorn, not bad. And of course, we're also going to grab the KO here. And so we do Power Beam now. And we can set up Zamazenta. And Ferrothorn does survive an attack here. So we need to attach to Ferrothorn. We can't send up Bishop because they can KO that. But I think we can win this game. Let's see. If they get up Kyogre, though, Kyogre could win the game for them. So that's their win condition right now. They have access to another fan club. They're going to get rid of a Niffleon with the Viridian Forest, knowing that they don't need that. That's a pretty crazy play, but that's the right play. So they're looking for Empoleon now. Wait, does Empoleon win them? No, Empoleon doesn't necessarily win them the game here. So we can go ahead and use Hop. We could use Sonia. It didn't really matter, right? We can grab that Rookidee, I suppose. Yeah. We'll do that. And we can get rid of... It doesn't really matter right now. We need energy on Ferrothorn, though. Energy on Ferrothorn is necessary for us to win the game here. So we can retreat out that Ferrothorn if they Fion us, which is what they want to do. And we don't have a great counterplay to Kyogre. Our counterplay to Kyogre here has to be... Oh, we should have thinned our deck. I realized that was another misplay. Not as big of a misplay. Oh, we hit Potion as well, which provides some solid value. They're going to look for Fion. We set up Ferrothorn. Then they could pivot into a Kyogre, but then we need to retreat into Zamazenta. So that's pretty much what we have to do here. A bit of an awkward spot, especially because we don't have any switch. We're down 1 switch. We don't have the other one in hand right now. So, yeah, we're just in a bit of an awkward spot, but should be just okay to win this one. And if we had sent up the Ferrothorn earlier when they Fioned us, that would have been just a sacrifice. We couldn't have retreated out. So, yeah, that's what they're doing. They got Psyduck, Pikachu. I don't think they have anything, right? Oh, Fan Club. But, yeah, they're going to grab Fion. We're going to send up Ferrothorn. They're going to hit into us with Ambipom. We're going to retreat, Draldon, game. So, yeah, they might like retreat, who knows. But yeah, we are able to win. We're not going to make the same mistake as we did last time. Yep, they retreat. I'm not sure. I guess they're hoping we did a misplay there. But yeah, we got it that time. Able to grab the win with Zamazenta, which is probably the best metal team deck. And that went pretty well because we were able to navigate that matchup. It's a very fair matchup, a very interesting matchup, as you saw. Both of us having to make plays. I made some misplays. They might have made some misplays as well. They didn't. They got up to a very strong start, but they weren't quite able to deal. We got off to a solid start as well, being able to just apply good pressure with the Zamazenta. Despite their early Empoleon, they weren't able to deal with this. They pulled up a bunch of prizes. Now we're against Towering Heights. This is a good matchup. It's not an insanely good matchup, but notably we have not a Poniard start. Yeah, this isn't a good hand, but hopefully we're able to draw out of it. It could be worse, certainly. This deck doesn't hate its quote-unquote bad starts, but notably thinks that bad for us. Mew isn't particularly good for us. Sonya, though, oh, interesting. So we grab Draldon, just good. Or Zamazenta might be better right now. And then, of course, actually we could just grab double Rookie and then hopefully draw into Corviknight. But if we don't draw into Corviknight, Corvisquire itself isn't that bad. Oops, let's not emote on them and BM them. Corvisquire itself is pretty good because it's able to just tank because of its resistance. So we'll attach to Rookie. Maybe we should have attached to Poniard hidden to them. Probably not, though. Okay, the idea with attaching to Poniard is that you get a little bit of damage on, and you're going to attach there anyway. But of course, and if you don't play a lot of themes, I haven't played against Towering Heights. Towering Heights wants damage on its own Pokemon. So if we're doing that, we're just helping them, and we see them retreating into Spike Draw, so we made the... it's better for us not to have attacked into them there. And we kind of course, go in with the Corvisquire as well. Now they're doing no damage with Spike Draw, which isn't that bad. It's just drawing 2 for 1 energy isn't that bad. We're going to go ahead, though, and apply just a little bit of pressure. We get up the other Corvisquire, just hitting 20, but we'll 3-shot them, and they're just not doing much of anything to us. And as you see, the Poniard damage probably wouldn't have done much of anything. It's only 10 damage, which is almost nothing. It's obviously the least amount you can do. They're going to Cynthia. Wow, their hand's complete trash. No basics, and probably not much else that they think they can work with. Because even if you have a few lines, you want to Spike Draw to see, or you might want to Spike Draw to see what cards you hit. But yeah, they don't have much here. We don't have much on this side either. We can Drill Peck here. We're going to take a KO next turn. If they don't retreat, which they might retreat, then we can set up another Corvisquire. The evolution of Temple, which is, they're going to Titanize us, so draw some more, meaning they didn't hit what they wanted off of that Spike Draw or the Cynthia. But the Palpitoad here hits for 60 with resistance, so that's only 30, which isn't great. And they're damaging their own bench, which is going to build up if they attack with this a bunch of times. So yeah, that's not great for them. They actually did as much damage to their side as they did to our side. We see another Poniard. We'll just attach this Corvisquire here, though, and a Drill Peck. And then this is pretty good. I'm not sure if I'll commit this energy if we don't draw an energy next turn. We could have played the Poniard as well. I don't think it was necessary. But wow, they hit a supporter every turn. We have not seen any. Of course, hitting a supporter means you can hit another one. They're going to set up their throw, though, which is scary for us. Because now that's where they want the damage on their own bench. Okay. So we have a Poniard. We have the Corvisquire. We can sacrifice that Poniard there, I think. And attach to Corvisquire. Take the first prize of the game. Always feels good. Now, I don't know exactly what they're going to do here. We see a Pharaoh Seed. Ooh. So we might need to go in with Pharaoh Thorn. Never feels great. They're going to go for another Palpitoad. Wow. So that's bold. They're down under... Wow, this is a lot of spoilers they played. But that's their last Tate and Eliza. They're going to be able to attach to bench throw there. But they can attack with Palpitoad again, because if they attack with Palpitoad again, the Pissimian dies, which is bad. So we set up Corvisquire here, I think. And then start powering up Ferrothorn. We see Hop, finally a supporter. Give us something good. Great Ball, give us Corviknight. No, we missed it. Okay. Duraludon's not bad. Zamazenta is also not bad. So we could go. Which is better here? Damage reduction's nice, but it's not super necessary against the damage numbers they're gonna hit. So I think Duraludon's slightly better, especially now that we have a solid chunk of energy in the discard. We can go ahead and pop down these two. And we probably stick energy on... We're like always going to want it on Duraludon here, I think. I don't think Ferrothorn provides enough value just yet. It's such a weird position. I don't hate Duraludon. If we hit them with Drill Pack, both probably take the KO. I'll stick it on Duraludon. It doesn't matter too much realistically, I don't think. They're going to pull ahead on prizes, though, if they retreat here. But they're also manually retreating, losing some resources as well. Fan Club, but they're going to get another throw, which kind of messes with us again. Luckily, Ferrothorn and... No, they're grabbing Groudon. Maybe they have Throw in hand. Throw's the best attacker in this deck, right? Groudon's not that good. Sure, it trades well enough with Duraludon. They got a switch in hand. Wow, they've really hit a lot of stuff. And Calm. They're gonna grab Seismitoad, right? Yeah, you always grab Seismitoad here. Realistically, Palpitoad not too healthy right now, so they want to go ahead and grab some supporters, and now they're just set for the rest of the game. Or they can go for Gabite and then Garchomp to set that up, which is fine, but not anything particularly amazing. But yeah, the KOs through resistance there, which is fine. Duraludon just gonna go ahead and Metal Sharpener them. And accelerate to Duraludon. Okay, Dan's good. We'll go Rock. Hopefully we win that one. Well, they make their sin. They went Rock, so let's see. They're gonna go. So we'll go Paper this time. We lost. Okay, that's unfortunate. Can attach active Metal Sharpener. That's not too bad. And we can hide the Ferrothorn. We have another Dan as well, so that's fine. Metal Sharpener just mostly here to provide the energy acceleration. The extra damage here isn't that impressive. Sometimes it is very impressive, though. If they sent up a Simian, Metal Sharpener is insane. They went for the Gabite here. They may or may not have a supporter. It looks like it depends what supporter they have. They can guarantee draw into what they just got if they have something like a How. But so they have a Lily very strong there as well. So they either stack the Lily or the Gabite. Another communication. Wow, that's impressive. Whether you're gonna grab another Palpitoad, they could actually set up a Seismitoad to attack this game as well. So this is where things get sketchy when we miss a lot of stuff. Arguably, we should not have gone with the Corvisquires early. We were hoping they wouldn't have set up amazingly. Wow, they're gonna attack with Passimian. We do have the potion counter to that though. Oh, and the other potion as well. Let's see. So they went for Rock and Paper. So we'll go Scissors, I guess. No, that didn't work. So this is where the mind games come in. So they went Scissors. They could go Rock again. We'll go Paper. Let's go. Okay. I'm so good, guys. Look at me. We could evolve. No needs to evolve. We'll just Potion here. Heal off, which is actually such a big deal. We can go and they can't snipe us. They can snipe us with Mew, actually, but no need to do that. No need to be afraid of that, at least. So we can go ahead and Metal Sharpener. They're giving us, the free Metal Sharpener is so great for us. We're equal, which is actually better than being behind, because they can't KO us at all now. If they were tied, if they are behind on prizes, you can go ahead and do big damage with Garchomp. Surprised they're actually setting up the other Seismitoad. It doesn't even provide that much value. Sure, you can set up well, but you can set up pretty well with one Seismitoad, and having the option to attack with Palpitoad also seems pretty good. Of course, so they're down all their Palpitoads as well. Fan Club, though, they're going to grab probably Throw and another Gabite. That is not at all Throw or Gabite. That's Groudon Passimian. Which they don't need those. Passimian's not a good attacker because Duraludon just KOs it. And yeah, this is just a weird position that they're weird state that they're in. They're going to Throw, so they're going to do big damage. So now that means they can go in with Passimian and grab a KO next turn. Oh, this is weird. This is so weird. So we're going to Sonya, of course, grab some Pokemon. Zamazenta isn't bad. It means we survive a hit. And we're down our Rookity. It looks like it's prized. So we need that, of course. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Ferroseed provides some value as well. We could cycle Ferrothorns. I don't hate that. Is Zamazenta good here? Might provide value. I think Duraludon also probably provides more value in this situation, though. With Metal Sharpener just being an amazing attack. So we can throw down, of course, that other Ferroseed. Then we could Potion active. If we don't Potion, they're going to Passimian draw some cards. And we don't love them sending Passimian to the active either. We could Metal Sharpener as well. Metal Sharpener is pretty bad. Passimian just isn't great for us. If we do Potion, they're going to have to... They're probably going to send up Garchomp. But Garchomp's not great for us either. Oh, this is just not a great spot. I think we play the Duraludon as an option to send up. We attach to that same Duraludon. And then we're going to... We actually take the lead with this. Then they come with Garchomp, take your prize back. I don't think you can really afford to fall behind. And not dealing with this throw feels really bad as well. So I'll just go Power Beam here. I don't love that play, but I don't hate it either. We're also a bit low on energies. Pokekid, we need that Rookity, though. Rookity's prized. This is so close. But yeah, they're definitely going to go for the Passimian play. They double stack their deck, too. So they Passimian into... Actually, no. They only stack their deck with one card. And then it'll, like, reshuffle. But they stack their deck. Lily, stack it again. Drawn to that with Passimian. That's just insane. Like... Wait, they didn't stack their deck again. Maybe they forgot. Maybe they don't need anything. Like, they could be in a spot where they're just chilling. So do we go in with Duraludon or Ferrothorn? Let's see. I'll send up Ferroseed. Yeah, Ferroseed feels okay, and then we can, of course, Ferrothorn. Give us an energy. Nice. We got an energy. We could Pokekid for whatever. Zamazenta might have some value here. The rest of the cards I don't think have a lot of value here. Bisharp does have value as well, but it's not an amazing attacker by any means. I do like Zamazenta, though, so I'll go ahead and grab that. Of course, we'll be evolving. If we drew into Metal Saucer, we could have retreated Saucer, KO, Passimian. That's committing all our resources, though. And then they respond KO with Garchomp, which is bad for us. So here we're going to probably... Do we Energy Slap? Maybe. That's like a big burst option by us. And like losing that feels not great. We could just Triple Smash as well, and they can't really respond with anything amazing. So Energy on Duraludon isn't horrible here. So I'll actually make that play. Triple Smash, give us at least one head. Nice. Okay, so we got 2 heads. That's good enough, certainly. 3 heads would have been amazing, but we didn't need that. Just 1, so then we can go with Energy Slap KO next turn. And they can't really KO us, so we're in an okay position. We're sort of controlling the prize trade because we're up, but they'll be able to catch up eventually, I think. But realistically, both of us are just hitting like 100 range. We're not quite able to hit that 130 threshold. So we can't like one shot. We can't really KO their threats here. They're just gonna not even attack at all. Wow. Seems like, I guess because they're getting so low on cards as Spike Draw, and they're down like a lot of Shuffle Draw supporters. So now we're just of course gonna Energy Slap. And that's okay. We get another prize, and we're of course gonna move that energy to Zamazenta. So that feels good. Does it feel great? I don't know. It doesn't feel bad, though. Yeah, we're going to move all these. We could move them to Ferrothorn as well, which isn't bad. Or the Ferroseed, which evolves into Ferrothorn. But then we do less damage. It gives us a bit more versatility, but I don't know if it's necessary. Like, if they send up... What are they going to send up? I'm not sure. I think we might just go ahead. The math's weird here. I'll move it to Zamazenta. That's a safer play. If they just KO Ferrothorn, Duraludon, Zamazenta, that's game. We finally see the ROOOOK AD. It's pretty crazy, but it's possible we get Corviknight set up. Oh, and they're going to get Mew as well. So that's not great. Mew is very strong for them here. This is where they can come back into the game. And they're going to overhead slice and get the KO, which makes a lot of sense. So Mew is not something we love to see here. We're going to, of course, send up Duraludon. We could send up Zamazenta, actually. Could just Guard Press. Guard Press isn't bad. Metal Sharpener, of course, gets more energy in play. But I think we're okay if we set up Zamazenta, reduce the damage, we take next turn. Then we can go for Power Rush. They can't grab KO on us. Of course, they're going to be cycling between Garchomps. I'll do Zamazenta here, though. I think that's the better play with Guard Press. Pokekid, so we missed the energy, which is not great. We can grab, of course. Let's see, we grab the Bishop here, which just provides some value. It's not great, but it's a cheap attacker. And then we're going to Guard Press so they can't KO us next turn. Buy ourselves an extra turn, possibly set up the Corviknight. That's a bold play, but it's a possible play. If they hit into us for 120, then they can KO us with Mew on the bench. So that's kind of what they're setting up here, which is very strong. That being said, if we set up the Corviknight, that's very good. We can definitely win the game from there. Not guaranteed, but in a good spot. That's hard to set up, but we will have the turns, but when they're setting up Seismitoad too, so very bold play. They're not going to retreat. Wow, okay. Oh, that's... Oh, we missed energy again. This is weird. We could evolve. There's not no reason to evolve here, right? Let's see. So if they could KO some Mew. If they KO some Mew, we probably win, though. We need energy, but then we win. So they're not going to do it with Mew. We don't need to potion. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and just Power Rush, take the KO here, go up again. They're probably going to grab KO with Garchomp. We flip Tails, so they could even afford to Mew around us. That doesn't make a lot of sense, though. It's a very bold play. We hit the energy as well. So they're going to, of course, send up Garchomp, has free retreat. And this is so close. And they're very capable of finishing us off, of course. So they're probably Seismitoad, but they just pass. Wow, okay. So we do have Corviknight here. What do we do? This is weird. I think, though, what we do is we power up Corviknight and then just go endgame with that. Like, last prize is that, because they still need to take 2 more prizes. So we can just start Metal, what's it called? Metal Sharpening. We need a potion here to heal this off so they can't KO it with Mew. And this is where the potion comes in. Good thing we saved that. We, of course, retreat into Duraludon now. And then we go ahead, Metal Sharpener, hit into Garchomp, accelerate that energy to the Corviknight. Hopefully we draw into some more stuff. Seismitoad is, I don't know, they grab the KO with Garchomp here, but that's not, but then they lose because we just Corviknight for game. Let's see, Seismitoad hits 80. No, oh yeah, so they don't have it there. Wow, they're going to head and scoop. Just coming up a little bit short, but wow, those are some awesome games with Zamazenta. Zamazenta is a really hard deck to play when cycling the different attackers. We had to go Zamazenta, Duraludon, able to set up the Corviknight checkmate situation there. Yeah, this is the chess Pokemon deck. Actually setting up that checkmate board position there where they can't make any moves. We just won. Setting up the Corviknight and winning the game there. But the Zamazenta Duraludon combo, very strong, but you need to know when to use which, because they both have solid value. Of course, Duraludon being able to accelerate. Zamazenta actively encourages your opponent to not attack you. Duraludon, your opponent's going to attack you because Metal Sharpening is so good, but then it's just going to die. So Zamazenta means, oh, and we got logged out. I'm not sure why, but yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed, though. And I think this deck's really cool. Very fun part of the theme format. Gonna miss it. Good thing we didn't run into Fire there as well. Fire is not good. But able to beat a lot of other decks, and I hope you enjoyed. And I just hope you like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the content. Of course, if you did, then I'd really appreciate it. Like and subscribe. If you want to be notified of more content, then you can hit the bell. But yeah, I'm just excited to see you in the next video.